Best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school baseball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Marianne Everhart, Maddie Ingram in with you from Louisiana High School this afternoon. And Maddie, it's a little bit of a windy one out here today, but it looks like we're going to have a good matchup.
Yeah, the field has dried out today at Louisiana High School, which has been nice because we had quite a bit of rain. So it looks like it hasn't rained is kind of what our field looks like. So it's looking pretty good out here today, and it's a good day for baseball, just a little windy.
We're going to tell you about this matchup between the Louisiana Bulldogs and the Pleasant Hill Western Wolves coming up on the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, we've got a 1-0 Louisiana Bulldogs and an 0-1 Pleasant Hill Western Wolves taking the field this afternoon after what many of us thought, it was probably going to be another postponement due to, as we mentioned, all the rain. But it looks like Louisiana's crew was able to get the field looking nice out there this evening. You can see as they're moving around on the field, they're kind of getting a little bit of the wet dirt kind of stirred up a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad today. Whenever we were pulling in, I was expecting to see some puddles a little bit, some really wet field conditions, but it really doesn't look like it rained very much. We have a pretty dry field today, but as you mentioned, there is a little bit of wet underneath, but nothing too bad today.
Now, technically, both teams are scheduled to play games tomorrow. Louisiana will be traveling to Bowling Green in that makeup matchup from Thursday. That game is set to be played at 11 o'clock, and then at Pleasant Hill and Western, they're expected to be traveling too, and we will have to check with Coach Ron Edwards to find out if they'll actually get the chance to play their game tomorrow, because I know some other games have already been canceled. But you can always keep up to date by visiting our scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. Now let's talk about these two teams. Maddie, you got to see Louisiana take on Sylar in a district championship rematch on Monday night. Ryan Capps was on the mound, but it's actually Will Shepard who came in, I think, in extra innings and got the win.
Yeah, Ryan Capps had a fantastic start on the mound the other day. I think that Sylar was, that's a tough opponent to start the season off, especially after facing them kind of one of your last games of the season last year. But Ryan Capps was fantastic on the mound for the Bulldogs and kept them in it the whole entire game. It was a fantastic EMO conference matchup to start the season, but the Bulldogs looked tough, and they looked a lot better, I think, for the first game of the season this year than they did last year. I believe the first game that I saw them last year was against Bowling Green, which was right here, and I think it was their first game of the season, and they looked a lot more defensively sound and prepared for this season.
Well, and as we were talking about, it went into extra innings, went to 9 innings. It looked like Will Shepard is the one who crossed the plate both times for the runs for the Bulldogs. I know that Ryan Capps ended up with at least one RBI in that matchup.
Yeah, Will did cross the plate both times for the Bulldogs, but Ryan Capps, he did have the RBI in the game. But Will was very sneaky on the base path. He was making sure that, he was getting good leads and making people think before they made decisions to throw. And he was always looking for that extra bag, which got them to where they needed to be.
And if I looked correctly, I believe Will was walked 3 times in that game.
Yes.
And so, that's definitely something the pitcher for Pleasant Hill Western is going to have to watch, because apparently he has very good
base running skills,
but more of a pitch selection.
Yes.
He's patient at the plate, and he's going to make those pitchers work for it.
Yeah, you don't want to put him on. If you put him on, it's going to be a run. So you want to make sure that you are throwing to him and putting that ball across the plate. Make him make contact, because if not, he's going to make you pay for it.
Now, Pleasant Hill Western, on the other hand, they had a tough matchup against Brown County, where they actually lost. I believe it was 10-1 was the score. And so they're out here looking for their first win of the season, as the co-op is, trying to find their footing here at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really hard to bounce back from a 10-0 loss, but it's always doable, and sometimes getting that first win under your belt after one of those losses gives you the confidence that you need for the rest of the season. So that could be that win that they need today to get them through the rest of the season.
Let's take a quick break here on the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. When we return, we'll have Keys the Game for you next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, Madison, I believe probably the first key applies to both teams here this afternoon, and paying attention to the way the wind's blowing, because right now it's not playing very nice.
It is not playing very nice, so being aware of how that wind is blowing, how it affects you as well is always impactful on how you play your game. Adversity is something that always impacts you today. The outfield may be a little bit wet is something else you need to think about. Throwing that ball in is something that we should always think about. If that ball is just a little bit wet, sometimes that transition on that throw in, maybe on a play at the plate, something you need to think about.
We're going to have Jack Logan on the mound for the Bulldogs this evening, and was just watching as Pleasant Hill Western is doing their warm-up, and those fly balls is kind of what I was thinking. I don't care if you're on the infield or outfield, the way this wind's blowing, it's going to cause you to have to look a couple different times.
Yeah, and that ball's going to move quite a bit with the wind. No matter which way that wind is blowing, that ball is moving. I mean, my car was moving halfway off the road on my way here today, so that ball is going to be moving today. So making sure that, you keep the ball down today. Try to get as many ground balls as possible, because your outfield is going to have to work quite a bit today. So if we can keep the ball on the ground, you're going to have more outs.
And of course, your ball selection is going to be key for both, teams. Make sure you pick the right pitches to swing at. You don't want to just go up there and start hacking away thinking you're going to get one over the fence, because that's probably not going to happen today.
Probably not going to happen today. It's going to be pretty tough to do something like that today, unless you've got some super strength. You ate your spinach and your Popeye.
Or Mother Nature decides to calm it down a little bit.
Just calm it down a little bit, yeah. So, but it's going to be tough to do. So playing a little bit of small ball, but playing smart. And sometimes having that day off of thinking, I'm going to play play a ball game maybe yesterday. They were supposed to play, Louisiana was supposed to play a game last night, maybe having 2 games in a row. Sometimes that intensity and energy that you're supposed to have 2 games in a row, 2 days in a row.
All right. It looks like everybody's completed their warm-ups on the field. That means that they'll be coming out and exchanging lineups here in just a moment. So we'll return with your starting lineups next as you're listening to high school basketball, looking first game of the season. High school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard this evening, the Pleasant Hill Western Wolves. They are in their blue jersey tops with gray bottoms. And Madison, you have their starters for us.
Leading off for the Wolves today, Alex Peters, number 55. He'll also be playing second base today. In the 2-hole, Kenton Freesmeyer, number 11. He'll be playing shortstop. Thorne Holcomb, he will be at the catcher's position as well. Logan Mccurley will be in the 4-hole. He'll be batting cleanup. He'll be playing first base. Jackson White, number 44, he'll be pitching today in the 5-hole. Aaron Vincent in the 6-hole. He's number 8. He'll be playing third base today. Caleb Freesmeyer in the 7-hole. He'll be playing left field today. Aidan Johnson in center field. And then Bowman Taylor, he is in the 9-hole today, wrapping it up for the Wolves, and he will be playing right field.
All right, for the Louisiana Bulldogs, of course, in their cardinal red tops and gray bottoms, got their white hats on. Leading off will be shortstop Will Shepard, followed by third baseman Sheldon Sylvie. Over on first base and batting third this afternoon, Ryan Capps. DHing in the cleanup spot, Sylar Feldworth. On the mound this evening, we talked about it already, Jack Logan. Cleaning up at second base, Brady Shepard. Over in center field, Kenny McCormick. Behind the plate will be Gavin Crabtree. Over in left field will be Ethan Harrison. And then taking care of right field will be Wyatt Martin. So we have Shepard, Sylvie, Capps, Feldworth, Logan, Shepard, McCormick, Crabtree, and Harrison. So it looks like Louisiana is getting ready to take the field. They're doing their announcements, but while we have a quick moment, want to remind you the Louisiana After Prom Committee is fundraising tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the four-way stop by the bridge in Louisiana. Now, if you go through that four-way stop, we'll hope that you'll drop some change or maybe a few big dollars in there, because all donations will be used to fund this year's After Prom celebration. And of course, this is another community awareness reminder from the Louisiana High School After Prom Committee and, of course, all of us here at KJFM Radio. So, doing a nice job here, Louisiana. They have their PA system set up. They're doing the introductions of Pleasant Hill as well as they're lining up over on that first base line. And Louisiana standing over on third base by their dugout waiting for to take the field. And, Maddie, hopefully this is the first of many games we're able to get in this spring.
Yeah, we've had a pretty warm spring so far. Up until this week, we had some rain and some colder weather, but we've had some warm days and some nice weather. So hopefully we have a pretty full spring sports schedule.
I do believe we're going to have the national anthem here in just a few moments, and it looks like they changed up our pitcher on us. Because that is not Jack Logan taking the mound. Unless Ryan Capps is just coming over to hang out with Jack during the national anthem.
Maybe so. But he very confidently stood at the pitcher's mound for a second there.
Well, no, and he's right there behind the rubber.
He is.
But Jack Logan's now there as well, so I'd say Jack's going to continue because here comes Crabtree to stand out there as well.
Yep.
So we have Pleasant Hill Western on the first base line as we have the introductions for Louisiana. And I was looking to see, they are going to play the national anthem. We'll be back with first pitch after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. HealthMart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Well, Mother Nature was kind of not nice to any of us during the national anthem, but she was blowing everything all over the place. So you'll have to forgive us a little bit this evening, as the wind continues to blow. We'll try to block some of that wind as we can, but she's tried to knock over our camera a couple times, shaking our computer, trying to knock it off. So
we're going to blow away, maybe.
That would take quite a windstorm for me. But anyway, so we did find out for sure that Jack Logan is on the mound. So everybody was just gathering at the mound there for the national anthem. So he's already throwing to Crabtree behind the plate, getting those warm-up pitches in. I'm sure they're all wanting to start as quickly as possible, too, because of the wind. They want to get going, to get warmed up out there.
Yeah. They're trying to get warmed up, and it makes things a little bit cooler outside, and it makes sitting on the bench, you want to get in and get out. You want to hit longer, but you also don't want to be in the field for super long. It makes it it's a difficult day to want to be out you don't want to be on defense for too long, but you also don't want to be in the dugout for too long.
Yeah, I can understand that. But I tell you what, kudos. I'm looking out here, and I think only Sylvie has on sleeves?
I think so.
Look at these boys go.
Confidence.
Well, that or teenage level. We'll just go with that.
I thought Caps did, but I think he just has the sleeve on one arm.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of chuckle because, so does Sylvie.
Okay, so
it's kind of like the kids don't want to wear coats in the middle of wintertime.
Yeah.
So I guess that's probably what we're looking at here. So we're done. We're getting ready. They're cleaning off home plate. First batter's getting ready to step in, and Alex Peters for the Wolves. He is a right-handed batter. Wears number 55 on his back. White numbers, red trims on those blue jerseys. Jack Logan gets a little bit more of a stretch in before he's ready for that first pitch. And we're off. Logan fires in the first one, and it's a strike.
That one's fouled off. Crabtree picks it up.
And he'll step in at the second. Now, see, Pleasant Hill Western, they're a little smarter. Everybody has on sleeves there.
Yeah.
Long sleeve shirts.
That may have been a coach's rule.
It may have been. So Peter steps in for the second. As Logan winds and fires in, ball high. 1-1 is our count. Logan, of course, had a great basketball season with the Bulldogs. As he fires in another one, and as Peters looks at another ball. 2 balls.
Just a little up in the zone.
2 balls was. We are sitting on the home side, which is on the third base side here at Louisiana, up in the stands. And there's one over to shortstop. They try to field it. They get it out there, and they get the first out.
So Will Shepard and Sheldon Sylvie both wanted that ball, and they both went after it. And I didn't know if anybody was actually going to come up with it. It wasn't hit super hard. It's kind of on the inside part of the bat. It was just a little dribbler in between shortstop and third base, and they both went after it pretty hard. And Sheldon Sylvie came up with it, fired it across the diamond to first base for the out.
All right. In steps Kenton Freesmeyer for the Wolves. As everybody's pulling down on their hats a little bit, trying to hold on to all their stuff. Logan with the first. Ball inside. A little high and inside. As he heads back to the mound. He stands straight on. Holds glove chest high, steps to the side, winds and fires in there, fouls one off.
That one's going to get out of play and hit the top of the visitor's dugout.
1 ball, 1 strike here for Freesmeyer. Wears number 11 on the back of his jersey for the Wolves. 1 out here in the top of the first. As Logan sets and fires another strike in there.
Jack's been around the strike zone so far today.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Freesmeyer. 1 out, top of the first. And he fires another one in there, and they're going to call that just inside.
A little off speed, but right on that inside corner of the plate. Crabtree and Logan both wanted that one.
They did. Ties it up at 2-2. Everybody in their normal positions as he fires one in there, wants to catch it low, and they're going to say, no, it was low, just below the knees, and it takes it to a full count. Logan adjusts his hat. Now he's going to kind of wait for Crabtree to get the sign. He's ready to fire in, and he gets him swinging. Out number 2 here for the Wolves.
The wind picks up.
Yeah. Holcomb stands in now. That's Thorne. He's the catcher for the Wolves. He wears number 17. Logan steps off the mound, adjusts. Now he says the wind's blowing too much. And it's kind of blowing right into his eyes.
Yeah, dirt in his eyes.
So now he's set, gets a sign, winds and fires, and throws in strike 1.
Right at the kneecaps. Good place for a strike.
So he heads back to the mound. Holcomb set in the very back of the batter's box. And there's strike number 2 from Logan.
Logan has a pretty good rhythm today. Seems like he's on.
So Logan and Holcomb standing right on the inside of that line. He puts ball in play over towards first base. Caps gets it's going to flip it to Logan, and there's out number 3. And we're headed to the bottom of the first. Right now, we're scoreless as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cake, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
We're in the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless here at Wallace Memorial Park as Jackson White is on the mound for the Wolves. Will Shepard will be leading things off, as we mentioned in his last game. got several walks, was able to make it around the base path and go across the plate for the 2 runs that it took to beat Sylar in extra innings on, I think that was Monday night already.
It was Monday night. And that was a really good game, and you don't want to put Will Shepard on. He's sneaky on the base path. He is fast. He is smart. He does all the little things right. So if he gets on today, you better bet that the Louisiana Bulldogs will be scoring.
And, I have a feeling he's going to make White really work at the mound.
He's a smart batter. He knows his strike zone, and he makes it known. So he's a little bit shorter, so it makes it harder for some of those taller guys too to throw to him and cater to that zone. So he makes people work for it.
So you're doing the politically correct way of saying he has a smaller strike zone than everybody else.
Yes. In a nice way.
Okay, we'll leave it to Marianne to say it in the non-nice way. No. Will is such a great guy. We had the pleasure of having Will in to record some FFA messages for us that ran at the end of February. So he was such a great guy in there, nice and professional. So White getting his last of the warm-up pitches in as they are warming up the infield and outfield as well. I think the umpires are kind of telling you, come on.
Yep.
But as we mentioned, the wind, it's not exactly to our back. It's more to our right, blowing across us. So as we mentioned before, we saw it with Jack Logan that, it's blowing right in the pitcher's eyes. So they're getting a lot of that dirt or diamond dust that was out there that's kind of loose on top into their face. So they're doing a good job of kind of trying to slow things down a little bit, make sure they clean, wipe their face and get that out of their eyes.
You always try to slow it down as much as you can, hoping that the wind just kind of stops.
Like just now?
Yeah.
It's like she has a fit here.
Yeah.
We're gonna get really windy, and here she comes again. And then we're just gonna be silent. So Shepard steps in, wears number 1 on his back. As White stands at the mound, he winds and throws in for ball 1. Ball little on the inside. Now Shepard stands right on that line with his back foot on the back of the back line.
Yeah, and he carries a confidence at the plate and just on the field in general. You can definitely tell he knows what he's doing and he enjoys what he's doing at the same time.
Ball 2 in there as Shepard steps back in, taps the plate with his bat. White gets his sign. He gives the nod. Sets for his windup. Hurls one in there, and it's on the inside a little high. So 3 balls, no strikes. We were talking about this before, that Shepard's very picky when it comes to his pitches that he's going to swing at.
He knows his zone. He's going to make you work.
So White again gets one in there, and that's the dirt, and that's going to be our first base runner of the afternoon. And in steps in Sheldon Sylvie.
Sheldon is also one of those kids who was really smart at the plate as well. He's also very speedy on the base path and knows what he's doing out there. So when you get Shepard on, when you get Sylvie on, the Bulldogs are rolling.
And as you mentioned before, Shepard has a tendency to steal the bases, so they'll have to watch him ball high into Sylvie.
Likes to cause some disruptions out there, likes to mess with the pitcher, likes to get them to try to pick him off and throw the ball away.
And today is the day that you're going to have to be very accurate with your throws.
Yeah. If you throw that ball away, he's going to third base.
And here goes Shepard, as we talked about.
And they're not even going to throw down. He steals that base cleanly. He could have stood up if he wanted to, but he slid in anyways.
Well, it looks better that way.
It does look better that way.
So now they've got a runner in scoring position with Sylvie. 1 ball, no strikes. Or, excuse me, 2 balls and no strikes, right?
Yes, 2 balls and no strikes.
Now it's 3 balls, no strikes.
Excuse me, it is 3-1 because he did swing at that pitch because it was a...
So is it 2-1?
Yes, it's 2-1.
Again, first game of the season. As Sylvie stands in there, ball high.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike. Again, Shepard. That's Will out on second base. No outs for the Bulldogs. White on the mound for the Wolves. Sylvie wears number 7 on his back. Holds the bat high. Fires one. Oh, called a strike on that one. Full count. We got a time.
Oh.
Pitcher lost his hat. And again, this little gust that Mother Nature's going on about. See a couple of the players out there just holding their hats.
Yeah. Can't really do that when you're trying to throw the ball.
Yeah. And Sylvie tips one off. Trying to stay alive here in the batter's box. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. And we're in the bottom of the first. So White again on the mound for the Wolves. He steps, looks for a sign.
Sylvie trying to stay alive at the plate and move Shepard over.
And there's ball 4.
So 2 walks in a row.
Yep, back-to-back walks for White, and that brings up a threat of Ryan Capps.
Capps is a big lefty, and he has some power.
And they're going to talk about it a little bit here, pitcher and catcher, and how they might want to throw to Capps. As we mentioned, he's a left-handed batter. Don't have a ton of those in the area.
And in softball or baseball.
Capps wears number 16 on his jersey. As he steps in, White looking for the sign. Nods his head, he gets into position. Winds and throws. Strike number 1.
I believe that's the first strike that he started a batter off with. First pitch strike.
So Cap steps in once again. White has everything he needs. He fires one in there, it's inside.
Sylvie takes second base, so runners at second and third for the Bulldogs. He stands up and takes that one.
And somehow I missed Will Shepard already advancing to third. I think he did that on the first pitch.
I think he did it when Sylvie walked, possibly.
Okay.
Because I think I missed it too.
So now the ball gets away.
And Shepard's going to stay at third base.
Yeah, they had that nice wooden backdrop that kind of lets the ball bounce a little bit more.
When that ball hits pretty hard, or it doesn't even have to hit that hard. The ball just bounces. Comes right back typically.
So again, Capps looking at 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners second and third. And he cranks this one right over to third base, and they nail that one. Grabs it out of the air for the first out for the Bulldogs.
2 outs.
They got Shepard off the bag.
So not much you can do about that when you're Will Shepard. He had a lead off. Ryan Capps hits a line drive right down to the third baseline. Kind of got it off the end of his bat. Was kind of dying. And, who's over there? Aaron Vincent, he just reaches up, grabs that ball, tags third base before Will Shepard can get back. And so now we have a runner at second base with 2 outs.
Sylar Feldworth looks at ball 1 as he stands in. He still has Sheldon Sylvie out on second base.
With an opportunity to score him with a base hit.
Sylvie, the DH, he puts a long one out to the outfield. They get underneath of it.
And it's caught.
There's out number 3. So the Wolves head back to the dugout with no damage done. We're headed to the top of the second as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
We're headed to the top of the second here, and still scoreless after some great defensive plays made by the Wolves to get out of trouble after Louisiana had 2 on and no outs. They ended up turning a double play over on third base as Ryan Capps lined over there, but Will Shepard was caught off the bag. Sheldon Sylvie was still hanging out at second. However, it was Feldworth that popped clear out to basically center field. I think on a day that it wasn't windy, that one might have hit the fence.
Yeah, that ball could have carried a little bit more, I think, without that wind. That Feldworth really got a hold of that one, and it was a pretty good shot. So, day like today, probably not the best day to hit that ball.
So Logan Mccurley, as a left-handed batter, steps in for the Wolves to start at the top of the second.
It'll be Mccurley, White, and Vincent for the Wolves today.
He looks at ball one, as it was a little low from Logan, who's on the mound.
It was 1-2-3 last inning with a ground ball, a strikeout, and a ground ball.
Mccurley takes a big swing at that one, just misses for strike one. So 1-1 for the first baseman. So Logan winds and throws, and he tips another one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I tell you what, Mccurley, very tall. I'd say he's every bit 6'2".
He's one of the taller boys on that team.
Yeah, he is. And Logan fires in there. Got a little changeup going in there. A little off-speed pitch for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. As again, we're in the top of the second. No score here at Wallace Memorial Park this afternoon. And there's your first out as Logan fires one in there. Gets Mccurley to swing.
That is strikeout number 2 for Jack Logan today.
And that brings up the pitcher, Jackson White. As we mentioned, wears number 44.
Right-hander.
His foot touches the very back of the batter's box. He stands in as Logan winds and fires. And he sends this one way out of play down the third base line.
That was almost a defensive swing.
That was. It was a nice swing. If he could straighten that one out, he's going to...
Yeah. He got a hold of it. He did. He was quick.
He saw it well. It just was a little too fast. Logan set now. Gets the sign from Crabtree. Sets, winds, fires.
Great mix of pitching there.
Oops. Strike 2 nut.
Some off-speed action from Logan.
Logan fires in there, tries to chase one up out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
When Logan is on, he has a great mix of pitches. He can move it up in the zone with some speed and then set it down at the bottom of the zone with a little bit of movement and some off speed.
Another one out of play, this time down the first base line into the fan section. Great crowd on hand here for both teams this afternoon. I think everybody's just happy to get out of the house because it's not raining and the sun's actually shining.
Yeah. Turned out to be a nice little spring day.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the second. Another off-speed pitch makes it 2-2.
Just a little up in the zone.
Jackson White, again the pitcher for the Wolves, stands in as Logan fires it in, and he chases one for out number 2.
Back-to-back Ks for Logan.
And that'll bring up Aaron Vincent. He plays third base, wears number 8 on his back. Logan looking to get out of this one 1-2-3 as well. As he winds and fires and gets him to swing at the first. Vincent, he stands about in the middle of the batter's box and chases the second one, and that little bit of off-speed pitch there hit right where it needed to.
He's been mixing it up, and he really has a good rhythm today. You can tell that he really feels good.
And he winds and fires and catches him looking for the third out.
Strikes out the side.
So we are headed to the bottom of the second here at Louisiana as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Starting the bottom of the second, Jack Logan will kick things off or lead off for Louisiana, followed by Brady Shepard and Kenny McCormick. If anybody gets on, Gavin Crabtree and Ethan Harrison. So the Bulldogs got a couple batters on the bags at the top of the first, just weren't able to bring them around on some nice defensive plays by the Wolves. So again, Jackson White on the mound for Pleasant Hill. Over on first, Logan Mccurley, Alex Peters at second, Kenton Freesmeyer over at short, Aaron Vincent at third. Out in the outfield and left field, it's Caleb Freesmeyer. Aidan Johnson takes center. Bauman Taylor is over in right field, and behind the plate is Thorne Holcomb. So they've completed their warm-up pitches, and
Jack Logan is stepping into the batter's box.
So Logan wears number 5 on his back.
It's a battle of the pitchers.
And everybody's battling Mother Nature.
Yes.
So White throws in the first. Logan looks at the ball. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Bottom of the second. We're scoreless here at Wallace Memorial Park. White throws one in the dirt. Logan stands in. Of course, Logan, well over 6 foot. He has a nice big zone.
Yes. He's tall and he stands tall. He doesn't really squat too much in his stance. His hands are high.
White gets his sign from Holcomb. And ball high for 3 balls, no strikes for Logan.
Jackson White, he's really been working from behind today. He's been working from behind today, which has made it really hard on himself. And that's ball 4, so that's another walk. So that's 3 walks already for him today. It's really tough to get out of innings when you're walking people just to start them off. We had 2 walks last inning. He actually got out of that, which is awesome, but it's tough to do that over and over again.
So Brady Shepard steps in. He wears 8 across his chest, and he takes a look at strike 1. Logan holds over on first. To tell you how tall McCurley is, he's taller than Logan as they were standing over there. Not by a lot, but he was.
But is taller.
So White gets a sign from Holcomb. He's got what he's wanting. Here goes Logan. He's off to the races and gets into second base. No problem with the steal.
Yeah, White didn't even take a look at Logan. So he's standing up at second base.
So Brady Shepard, 1 ball, 1 strike. As I look for Logan to take off and head to third here before too terribly long. So White gives him just a little bit of a glance. Now he fires in there. And ball number 2.
The bottom of the zone.
2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. Logan out on second base for the Bulldogs. Brady Shepard in the box. Jackson White on the mound. Winds and fires, ball high. Nice job by Holcomb to keep that one from getting away from him and advancing Logan to third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kenny McCormick on deck.
Brady Shepard looking for a strike here. Something to hit to drive Logan in.
And he gets it over on to third base.
They look caught.
They look him back.
That ball was nearly a ground ball.
Did he scoop it just up off the...
He did. I didn't see the umpire, and maybe it was because of the pole, but I didn't see that the umpire had called it an out just yet. But it looked to me as though Aaron Vincent had caught that ball. It was a line drive, and so he fired it across the diamond just in case, and And Jack Logan went back to the bag as well. So that is an out.
Have a little conference on the mound before Kenny McCormick steps in.
And it looks like they're making a change of pitcher here. So Jackson White's going to the dugout. Let's see who's on the mound. Can't see his number.
I think it's 35.
55.
55. That is Alex Peters.
Yep.
So Peters leaves second base.
It looks like Jackson White's going to first base. McCurley is going to shortstop or second base. Second base.
Second base.
He was on the shortstop side for a second there, and I was like, eh. So doing a little bit of moving.
Let's take a quick break here during this pitching change. We're still scoreless from Wallace Memorial Park as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Go where the herd goes with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling, all backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Herd cattle, mend fences, and get every job done right with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green and Monroe City. We appreciate your business.
Lacrosse Lumber Company in Louisiana is your one-stop shop for all things handy, including building materials, paint, windows, doors, electrical supplies, hardware items, and more. From home construction to DIY projects to home renovations, Lacrosse Lumber Company in Louisiana offers a wide variety of products and services sure to meet your residential and commercial needs. Stop in today and mention Bulldog Athletics for 15% off your purchase. Visit Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, while we were on a commercial break, Kenny McCormick hit one down the left field line. They were able to hold. Pleasant Hill was able to hold Jack Logan at third. McCormick has advanced to second, and now there's a high fly ball. They're calling for it at first base, and they get the second out
of the inning.
Yeah, as that was Crabtree. And that takes us to Ethan Harrison.
So he was a little eager to hit the ball and swung at the first pitch there.
So runners on second and third as Harrison, who wears number 2, steps in and looks at ball number 1. So Peters now on the mound for the Wolves. Looks for his sign. Gets what he's looking for, winds, throws it in there, and Harrison spins away.
Nearly gets him.
As he avoids ball number 2. And Harrison wears number 2 on his jersey. And he looks at strike number 1. That was just right down there at the knees.
Yep. At the bottom of the zone. It's been a back and forth call today. Sometimes it's called a strike, sometimes it's called a ball.
So Peters looks over at third, check where Logan's at. Fires in there again. And for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. No score still here as Louisiana is hosting Pleasant Hill Western this afternoon at Wallace Memorial Park. Peters looks in there. And for ball 3.
That was close enough.
Yeah.
It was about the same spot that the other 2 were.
So are you saying you would have swung, Maddie?
Oh, I would have.
You're going to have to protect here.
Yep. 3-2.
As Peters winds and fires and struck out looking. So that's going to take care of the second inning. We are headed to the top of the third. We're still scoreless here from Wallace Memorial Park as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynnsheritage.com.
Hi, this is Jenny Elliott with Ink Therapy and Body Piercing in Bowling Green. I am a Missouri State licensed tattoo artist, and I am also licensed in body piercing. It's the perfect time of year to get your tattoos so they are healed to show off this spring and summer. Let us make your vision a reality and create something that you will love. Message the Ink Therapy and Body Piercing Facebook page to schedule your appointment today. Ink Therapy and Body Piercing on the Square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It is the top of the third inning here at Wallace Memorial Park, and we are still scoreless. Louisiana is taking on Pleasant Hill Western today, and Jack Logan is on the mound. He just had a fantastic inning. He struck out the side, actually. He has 5 strikeouts on the day so far. Taking a look at the Wolves lineup, we are 7, 8, 9. Freesmeyer, Johnson, and Taylor are due up. 1, 10, 30 are the numbers due at the plate. So,
of course, if anybody gets on, they're headed back to the top of the lineup to Alex Peters, who took over on the mound for Jackson White in the middle of the last inning.
Freesmeyer, number 7 hitter. He is on the right side of the plate, and he takes ball number 1.
Strike. They called it a strike.
Strike number 1 from Jack Logan. Logan looks in, fires another. Strike number 2.
Yeah, our umpire, who's done a nice job behind the plate, is almost quiet, and the way we're angled, you can't see him
with the wind.
With the fist.
Yep. So 2 strikes, and he gets him swinging. So that is now 4 strikeouts in a row for Jack Logan, and Crabtree will throw it around, and the Bulldogs are looking sharp today. Sun is shining. The wind has died down for at least a little bit.
For the moment.
Yes, for a moment. And that brings in Aidan Johnson. He is a right-handed batter. Wears number 10. He kind of bends over the plate, and that ball is taken for a ball at the top of the zone.
It's a little on the outside as well. Again, nice crowds for both of our Twin Pike County schools this afternoon.
And that is a swinging strike.
Kind of chased one that was a little high. I think that's the, just about everybody knows they can't lay off the high ones.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody likes those high ones.
Tying them up. Inside corner of the plate, swinging strike.
Tell you what, Logan has some nice movement in there. We talked about that a little bit earlier. He's kind of moved all around on the plate.
He has.
And I think very rarely has he not hit where he was aiming.
Yeah, he has some great momentum today, and he rears back, fires this one. This one goes just a little high for ball number 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third. We're still scoreless in this matchup.
Johnson at the plate for the Wolves, and he swings at that one for strike number 3. Crabtree throws it around again. So that is the 5th strikeout now in a row for Jack Logan.
And that'll bring up right fielder Bowman Taylor for the Wolves.
Taylor is in the 9 hole for the Wolves.
And he's in the same situation Will Shepard is. He doesn't exactly have a big strike zone, so we'll see how. Well, Jack Logan has no problem as he throws in strike 1.
Logan, he looks in, and he's ready to go again, and throws that one at the top of the zone and gets Taylor swinging. Strike number 2, quickly.
Looking for his 3rd strikeout of this inning, trying to set them all down. 1, 2, 3.
Logan to Taylor. And he got him looking for strike number 3, and he struck out the side again. So that is 1, 2, 3. They will be at the top of the lineup the next time the Wolves come up, and we are headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We are still scoreless here at Wallace Memorial Park. You are listening to high school baseball action on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic knows that getting the best care for your pet is a top priority. They strive to provide the greatest quality medical and surgical care for our furry companions. Their newly expanded and remodeled facility, with accommodations for comprehensive inpatient hospital care and complete outpatient care, allows the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic to keep your pet healthy and safe so the whole family can cheer on our area teams.
Great hair doesn't happen by chance. It happens by an appointment with PJ Salon. Make your appointment today and look your absolute best. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana is your full-service salon, offering manicures, pedicures, tanning, and much more. Gift certificates for your someone special are always available, and walk-ins are welcome at PJ Salon. You may have 99 problems, but your hair doesn't have to be one of them. PJ Salon in Louisiana.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
Bottom of the third inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. The Louisiana Bulldogs and Pleasant Hill and Western, they are doing a pairing this year.
They are co-op.
They are co-op. So we have that matchup today for you. It turned out to be a beautiful day. We are scoreless here, and the Louisiana Bulldogs are back at the top of their lineup, and it's a pretty good top of the lineup. Will Shepard, Sheldon Sylvie, and Ryan Capps are due up. Shepard and Sylvie both got walked their last at bat, and then we had kind of a mishap there. Ryan Capps had a line drive down to third base, and it turned into a double play, and it kind of lost some of the momentum. So we'll see if they can get something started again, as we are scoreless, and the Bulldogs are looking to put a run across the plate as Will Shepard steps up to the plate.
And a different pitcher this time, as they face Jackson White in the first. They're facing Alex Peters here in the second, or excuse me, bottom of the third.
Shepard, as we've mentioned throughout the day, is very selective at the plate. This one at the top of the zone. Taken for ball number 2. 2-0 to Shepard.
Again, everybody, no shifts of any sort in place. Everybody's playing straight on.
Peters looking to put one across the plate here and stay alive. 3-0 to Will Shepard. Shepard looking for something to hit. And that ball is up in the zone, and it's ball 4, and that's another walk to Will Shepard.
So back-to-back walks for Shepard, puts him on, and then steps Sheldon Sylvie. As we mentioned again, he walked on a full count his last at bat. Again, have different pitchers, so it's not like they're seeing the same pitcher again to know what they're looking for.
Sylvie also selective at the plate, speedy on the base path. Shepard takes a look, and he's going down to second base. And he is safe. Slides right in there. Great throw down, though, from Thorne Holcomb. But Shepard's pretty quick, so you got to be a little bit quicker.
He had a nice jump there, but it was at least a good shot there from Holcomb.
It was a great shot. And I think that if that ball wasn't in the dirt, I think he may have had a better shot. And Sylvie takes that one.
Hit by pitch. And puts 2 on again for the Bulldogs.
So first and second base for Capps up at the plate. So similar to last time, he has runners in scoring position. An opportunity to put the Bulldogs on the board here. Capps is a big lefty, senior, and he's a leader on the field.
You know, in our preseason interviews with the coaches, just about all of them referred to Capps, and that they knew that he was going to be a threat this year.
Capps takes a strike pretty well right down center. He steps back in. He is a powerhouse. He can unload on one. Let's see what Peters goes to here. And he just missed that one. Great shot by Peters. 0-2 to Ryan Capps. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs with no outs in the bottom of the third inning. And And he gets caps swinging. Strike 3. That is the first out in the bottom of the third inning. Runners still at first and second for the Bulldogs. That'll send Sylar Feldworth to the plate. Feldworth, big righty, wears number 15 on his back. He is the 5-hole hitter with an opportunity to put a run across the board for the Bulldogs.
Everybody's waiting for the wind to die down as the umpire is the one who actually calls time.
You can see some leaves actually crossing the field. And Feldworth sends this one down the left field line, and they're going to send Shepard home. And he's going to make it in safely. Sylvie is at second base, and Feldworth is going to stay at first base. But a run has crossed the plate, and the Bulldogs are on the board. It is 1-0. Louisiana leads this game with only one out here in the bottom of the third inning. That brings Jack Logan to the plate with another opportunity for the Bulldogs to score again.
Logan walked his last at bat.
Jack, tall, keeps his hands high, and he takes the ball for his first pitch of his at-bat.
So finally in the bottom of the third, we get our first run across the plate, courtesy of an RBI from Sylar Feldworth.
Jack looking to help himself here. He's had a great day from the mound. He's looking to have a good day at the plate. He takes that ball low. 2-0 to Logan. Peters looking to kind of just calm down here and get back to what he was doing, throwing some strikes here. 2-0, 1 out. And
they called a strike, hit the bottom of the strike zone there. As we mentioned, a nice big strike zone from Jack Logan available. That he hit the bottom of that one, makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead this one 1-0.
And Jack chopped at that one and fouled it off.
Yeah, he kind of went golfing there.
Yeah, he did. He just wants to hit something.
He wanted to bring a run home.
Sometimes you just get really eager. You just want to hit. That means hitting it off the ground. And he steps back in, looking to get something in the air. Takes that one at the bottom of the zone. 3-2.
Full count for Jack Logan, who's just a junior. So they've got a whole nother year of his talent. And he kind of went down for that one as well, but fouled it off down the third base line, but he stayed alive.
Battling at the plate is Logan. That's what you want.
Make that pitcher work for it.
Mm-hmm. They've already changed pitchers today. Maybe make them change them again. We're only in the third. We're probably going to see another pitching change if we're thinking logically, but... And that ball is up in the zone, and ball number 4 to Jack Logan. He was ducking out of the way. I think he probably would have been hitting the helmet if he wouldn't have ducked out of the way. So now we have the bases loaded.
So, bases loaded in there for Brady Shepard. He made contact. It just happened to go straight to the third baseman, his last at bat.
So, Bulldogs have been kind of having some issues over there at third base today. A couple of line drives, and they've been caught.
Maybe they just really like Aaron Vincent.
Yeah. He likes it, too, if he can get some people out.
He's done a nice job of playing defensively there at the hot corner.
Yes, he has. 1-0 to Shepard. Makes it 2-0. As Thorne Holcomb goes to grab that one, and he saves a run. I think that ball probably would have went down the sideline there. I don't know that it would have hit the backstop and came back. I think it would have ran down the sideline there. Brady Shepard at the plate for the Bulldogs, looking to put a run across the board, and he takes a strike, so 2-1 is the count.
Again, bases loaded for the Dogs. Here at Wallace Memorial Park on a beautiful sunny Friday afternoon.
minus the wind.
Yeah. Got to catch up just a little bit, be a little bit quicker. They're trying to get away from that third base side, hopefully. As the Shepherd takes one right down, tries to get it to Coach Ryan Griffin, standing in the coach's box.
Shepherd trying to stay alive here. Bases are loaded for the Bulldogs. And he takes one on the inside corner of the plate, and that is another ball, making it 3-2. Three and 2 to Shepherd. Wears number 8 on his back. Bases are loaded. Brady Shepherd at the plate, and he hits this one to shortstop, and it's bobbled. And Brady Shepherd's racing down the line, and he is safe at first base because it looks like White is off the bag. So a run crosses the plate. It's Sylvie that crossed the plate, so that makes it 2-0 Bulldogs. So everybody is safe at every bag, so bases are still loaded. And that brings McCormick to the plate. So we had a bobble at shortstop, came up with the throw, and then White came off the bag. Still 2 outs. McCormick steps in. Of course, he plays center field for the Bulldogs. McCormick, he had a line drive to third base his last at-bat. So, looking to do something here, put the ball in play, and put another run across the board. He takes that ball on the inside corner of the plate. Ball 1 to McCormick. Should he get on, Gavin Crabtree will be up. McCormick puts this ball in play, and it is bobbled to Aaron Vincent, and so everybody is safe. Another run crosses the plate. That is Feldworth. Everybody is once again safe. Logan to third base, Shepard to second base, McCormick is at first base. So all Bulldogs are safe, and our score is 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Gavin Crabtree. Looks at strike number 1. Crabtree, our catcher today, wears number 19 on his back, right-handed batter. He swings at that one. It's up in the zone, but he wanted it. Yes, he did. 0-2 to Crabtree. Peters on the mound for the Wolves. That ball right there. Wanted to get Crabtree to chase that one. It was a little high, just outside the zone, but as we mentioned before, most people like to swing at those high ones. Yes, they do. Close enough, it could have been possibly called a strike. And he hits Crabtree. And so a run will come in across the plate. That's Logan making the score 4-0. Crabtree will go to first base. Everybody advances. McCormick to second. Shepard is now at third base, and that brings Harrison to the plate. Ethan Harrison to the plate. He is our 9-hole hitter, and we've got a runner for Crabtree. That is number 3, who is Ethan. Well, Cooper Lumley is hitting then, so they've moved some things around. So Ethan Harrison is over at first base running for Crabtree, and then Cooper Lumley is actually hitting here. So they've moved some things around. They've done a few things different there. So Cooper Lumley at the plate here. 0-1 to Lumley. As Peters looks Shepard back to the bag, and he steps back onto the mound, resettles, and looks in to Lumley. Peters to Lumley. Ball in the dirt. Bases are still loaded here. Our score is 4-0. Louisiana is leading Pleasant Hill Western in the bottom of the third inning. Another ball in the dirt.
Again, nice save behind the plate by Thorne Holcomb as he's really gobbling up those pitches to make sure that the runners don't advance.
2-1 is our count. Lumley steps back in, trying to stay alive here. Peters to Lumley, and Lumley sends this one out to center field, and the center fielder's making the catch. We're tagging up. It's Shepard, and he's coming into home plate to score, and that makes our score 5-0 Bulldogs. So runners at first and second base, sacrifice fly for Lumley.
And I had us with 2 outs already, so I'm not real sure where I went wrong on that.
So a sac fly for Lumley.
Must hit the wrong button.
So that's a big insurance run right there. And we are back to the top of the lineup with Will Shepard,
who's walked his each time at bat.
Yeah, he got things started here. And he takes ball one, and that one almost got away from Thorne Holcomb.
Yeah, there's nobody on third, so runners would have advanced as we've gone at first and second.
Nobody would have came across the plate, but people would have moved if it would have got around. Peters to Shepard, and he takes a big swing on that one, and he just misses. 1-1 is our count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Louisiana is now leading Pleasant Hill Western 5-0. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs. Shepard fouls that one off, and it hits our backstop. Rolls back almost to Peters.
Bulldogs definitely making Peters work for it this afternoon from the mound. As you mentioned, he's already a relief pitcher as Jackson White started the ball game for the Wolves.
And they have maybe the co-op gives them a pretty dense lineup. Peters threw behind Shepard there, so he almost got hit. But, there's quite a few kids in the dugout, so maybe they have a few arms that they can throw in there. But, we are only in the third inning. They're looking at probably tapping another guy to come in today. 3-1. Excuse me, that is 3-1.
That's 3-2.
3-2.
So Shepard again steps back in with a full count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Shepard, our leadoff, and he swings a big one on that, and he strikes out. And that is the end of the third inning, and the Bulldogs pick up 5 runs. That's a big one for them. We are headed to the top of the fourth. Let's see if this momentum carries for the Bulldogs. You're listening to Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall of Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, Infant through Adult Immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Want to remind you the Louisiana High School After Prom Committee is fundraising tomorrow, this Saturday, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the four-way stop by the bridge in Louisiana. All donations, of course, are greatly appreciated and will be used to fund this year's After Prom celebration. So if you're out by the bridge tomorrow, make sure you have some change or maybe even some nice big dollar bills with you for a donation to the After Prom Committee. So,
prom's always a good time. Right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure those kids have a good time. So if you are out and about tomorrow, make sure you stop by. And we have some high school baseball action right now. It is the top of the fourth inning right here from Wallace Memorial Park. Louisiana is leading Pleasant Hill Western 5-0, and Jack Logan is on the mound for the Louisiana Bulldogs. He's had one heck of a day. He has had 7 strikeouts already. Let's see if he carries it over now as Peters steps into the batter's box. He had a ground ball his last at bat, and he takes ball number 1. Or did he foul that one?
No. He was shown a bunt, and it bounced off of Crabtree's shin guard.
I thought that's what happened, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the bat hitting it. And that one is fouled out of play, so we are at 1-1. That is a long foul ball.
That was a long foul ball.
So a battle of the pitchers again. So Logan it's kind of been Logan's game today.
It has been.
He's struck out the side his last 2 innings, so he's looking to do something like that again here. A little off-speed action. Trying to throw a breaking ball of some sort there, and kind of got away from him. He didn't get all the way down on it. Kind of set more towards the top of the zone. And foul ball there off the bat of Peters. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jack looks in to Crabtree for the sign. Bears back, fires this one to the top of the zone. 3-2. To Peters.
Tell you what, Peters really standing in there, doing a nice job of making Logan work the count. Get some extra pitches in, maybe trying to wear him down a little bit here in the top of the 4th.
Purpose of a leadoff batter. And he swings at that one, which was at the top of the zone. And we continue with that K count, which is now at 8 for the first out of the top of the 4th inning.
That brings up Kenton Freesmeyer. And he struck out his first at bat back in the 1st inning. Little cloud cover now.
Kenton wears number 11. Logan. And he fires that one for an inside pitch, and it's a strike.
Freesmeyer took a nice big cut at that one. Unfortunately, it just missed its mark.
0-1 to Freesmeyer. Logan to Freesmeyer.
Off-speed pitch there, went a little high out of the zone. Freesmeyer heads up there. Well, actually heads down because he had a squat there to avoid hitting him in the helmet.
Losing a little bit of command on that pitch, a little bit this time through the lineup. Whew, and Logan just missed on that outside corner with that one. 2-1 to Freesmeyer. Again, our score, if you're just now joining us, it's 5-0 Louisiana. We're at the top of the 4th.
And the home plate umpire said that pitch from Logan just missed the zone and quickly makes it to 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Doing a little squeezing this inning. And Logan gets a strike there, a swinging strike. Freesmeyer wanted that one, and his timing was just a little bit off. So still in it, 3-2.
Looking to stay alive here as Logan fires.
And that one was just at the top of the zone, and Logan issues his first walk of the day. And unfortunately, that breaks up the perfect game.
For Logan?
Yep. I was thinking it in my head, and I didn't want to think it, and I thought it because I was like, no, don't say that to yourself.
Holcomb fouls off his first one. He's done outstanding behind the plate this afternoon for the Wolves.
Yes, he has.
He hit one straight to first base. Actually, yeah, he hit it to first base his last at bat, but got the out on the 3-1 play.
And Logan gets that one on the outside corner. Comes back with a strike there. So 2 strikes to Holcomb. Freesmeyer still at first base, but Logan's really not paying too much of attention to him. He's ready to get that batter.
And he got him, went down on strikes again.
So another strikeout. He is unfazed. He is in the zone today.
And in steps the tall Logan Mccurley, the left-handed batter.
So that makes, I believe, 10 strikeouts today so far for Logan. Mccurley struck out his last plate appearance. And strike on the outside corner. Mccurley was swinging. He wanted that one. So he is in a groove. Logan is on one today.
Logan keeping an eye on Freesmeyer over on first, and he throws back. Of course, Freesmeyer in there safely.
Logan takes a peek again. Mccurley steps back into the box. Logan takes another peek and fires back into Mccurley, and that one just out of the zone, it looks like. Umpire not calling that one a strike. And 1-1 is our count. Curley steps back in.
Go ahead.
As we mentioned, he's pretty tall.
Throw back to first as right now the Bulldogs lead the Wolves 5-0 here in the top of the fourth. 2 outs for Pleasant Hill Western.
That one's fouled back pretty hard, and it hits the umpire. So hits the top of the fence, comes back down, hits the umpire. As soon as he took his mask off, too. So luckily it didn't hit him in the face. Hit him in the back. But Mccurley...
As cold as it is.
Yeah. It still hurts.
Probably stung a little bit.
Yeah. So 2 strikes now on Mccurley. Logan fires this one off speed, and strike 3. And
that's all it took anyway. That's the third out.
That's the third out. So Mccurley could have ran down to first base, and I don't think he knew it. But everybody's a little confused on that. But another strikeout again for Logan, making it now 11 on the day. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Louisiana still leads this one 5-0. You're listening to high school baseball action on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102, brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Veolia Landscape Supply, and A Taste of Philly.
Here at Wallace Memorial Park, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning where the Bulldogs lead this one 4-0. I seriously was thinking, Madison, at this point, Mother Nature could calm down. We've played basically half the game. She's made her point. She's got dust in all the pitchers' eyes.
I know. She could be a little bit nicer to us at this point. Like, she's getting colder now, and she is. She could just stay away.
Just ignore us if you start hearing teeth chatter here for too long. Good news is Pike County Memorial Hospital's Eric Schaefer is on duty to take care of us old folks who are up here who might, get hypothermia or something.
I'm sure he'll love that.
I bug him with everything else, so why not hypothermia as well? Now, he's on site to help take care of the athletes this afternoon.
And they may need it as we get ready to play the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. Louisiana has a nice lead here, and we are 2, 3, 4 in their lineup. Sylvie, Caps, Feldworth, and Sylvie was hit by a pitch his last at bat, and it was by Peters as he steps into the box, and he goes swinging on that one for the first strike. That one, he was trying to go golfing. It is golf season, but I don't know.
It is, but you know what? He looked like he had a really good line on that one. I mean, it was a little low, but if he had made contact with it, that'd have been out the outfield.
Yeah, would have. So 1 strike to Sylvie, and Vincent bobbles this one, and Sylvie's quick. He's going to have to be quick, and he is safe at first base. So you are going to have to be quick with that top of the lineup for Louisiana. So if you bobble it, you may as well kiss it goodbye.
Well, and really that's kind of the second error on the afternoon for Vincent over there. However, it's, again, we talked about the wind and the dust blowing, and, he's trying to keep an eye on it, and I'm sure it's really tough out there right now. And the sun's setting into his eyes, too.
Your fingers get a little cool, and that is a swinging strike to Ryan Capps. So his timing is a little off today. He wants that outside corner pitch, and he's been going after it, but his timing's been a little bit off. So 0-1. Sheldon Sylvie is over there at first base, and he has a pretty good lead. He's going to take second base. Thorne Holcomb's going to throw down, and he's just a little late, but good throw, accurate throw. Sheldon Sylvie stole second base. He's standing up now. So runner at second base for Ryan Capps. 1-1 is the count. 5-0. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western. Capps swinging at that one again. That outside corner is the one he wants. He just can't wait for it.
I think Peters knows that. If they're looking to call pitches, that's the same exact pitch I throw again.
I would say so too. That's what he got him on last time. And he does. He threw it again. It was just a little bit up in the zone, and Capps was able to get it.
As Louisiana's first base coach snags over there, the dugout giving him some grief or cheering him on, I'm not sure which.
Capps trying to stay alive and bring in Sheldon Sylvie. And they get him on that outside corner, low and away. So a strikeout again. Capps strikes out. Peters picks up another.
And that brings in Sylar Feldworth.
Sylvie's still out there at second base. And Sylar, he had an RBI his last at bat. It was a line drive to left field.
Yes, he did.
So he's had a pretty good day at the plate, and he fouls this one straight into the ground, and then it rolls back towards us.
Sylvie has to go back to back to second as he was on his way to third.
Little hit and run action. Peters takes a look at Sylvie, then throws to Feldworth. This one's in the dirt, and Holcomb comes up with it.
I tell you what, again, he's kind of like Pac-Man this afternoon, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's getting past him.
Nothing is getting past him. He's eating it all. So some of the fan sections either going to get some food or they're leaving for the afternoon.
Oh, they're going to go get some of that food from over the concession stand.
It smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I know for a fact they have one of the best concession stands around.
They do.
If Jim Ross was here, he'd have to have one of their hot dogs.
And so would Mark.
That's true.
Feldworth swings at that one. He takes a big cut.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs lead this one 5-0.
Feldworth trying to make something happen here, and he hits this one to Vincent, and it gets over his glove, and Sylvie's gonna come from second and score at home, and so we have another run on the board for the Bulldogs, and
another RBI
for Feldworth. So that ball just kind of skipped right over Vincent's glove. Hard enough hit by Feldworth to just kind of skip Vincent's glove and right into left field. And Sylvie knew it too. He was on his horse and he was taking home plate no matter what.
That brings up Jack Logan. He got a walk his last at bat, came around to score.
And Feldworth takes off on that one, and that ball's going to get down. It's hitting to right center field, and it looks like Feldworth may go home. And they're going to hold him up. They got it in a little bit quicker than Feldworth could make it around third base, and Coach Ryan Griffin kind of recognized that. And Jack Logan's going to stay at first base with that one, so it was a little hit-and-run action as well. But Feldworth had taken off, and Jack Logan went swinging, and now we've got runners at first and third, so things are rolling for the Bulldogs. 6-0.
Steps in Brady Shepherd. He got an RBI his last at bat.
So Brady had a ground ball error to the shortstop, and this one comes to Vincent, and he's going to try to come up with it and throw across the diamond, and he gets Shepard out at first base. But now we have runners at second and third base for the Bulldogs with 2 outs. So Feldworth is still at third base. Logan moves to second base, and that brings up McCormick to try to bring in a couple more insurance runs for the Bulldogs. It's the bottom of the 4th inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. 6-0. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western.
McCormick got on by an error by Vincent, his last at bat.
Vincent has had a lot of balls hit his way, and another one hit his way, and he has to throw this one across the diamond, and White holds on for that one, and he scoops it up for another out, and that is the end of the inning. So that was a hard hit ball by McCormick, but the Wolves get out of this one. It is 6-0. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western. You're listening to high school baseball action on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
At the start of the 5th inning, we have a score of 6-0, and Jack Logan's heading back to the mound. He has had a day for the Louisiana Bulldogs. Louisiana is leading Pleasant Hill Western 6-0. That is our score today. So we have a little bit of an Illinois-Missouri matchup today, which is not something we get to have too often.
No, it's a battle of our Twin Pike counties, and of course, always happy when we get this opportunity. Kind of talked about it apparently years ago. You know, the two sides of the river got to play each other a little bit more, and then of course I'm assuming some of our high school associations step in and say, well, you have to have more games with this situation or that situation, and they just weren't able to make it work on their schedules. But as always, very happy when two teams do get the opportunity to play, and look forward to seeing both teams throughout the rest of the season. Of course, remember, you can always keep up to date with scores, changes to games, of course, golf meets, track meets, all that by staying tuned to Eagle 102 and KJFMradio.com.
And we have a great match here for you tonight. Jack Logan is doing a fantastic job on the mound. He had a perfect game going until the last inning, but he's struck out the side a couple of times. He has 11 strikeouts so far, if my math is treating me right. It is radio math, so I can't guarantee you that's that great. But we have Jackson White, Aaron Vincent, and Caleb Freesmeyer due up for the Wolves, and looks like...
White took a swing, a nice big swing at his first pitch that was a little high and out of the zone for strike one.
And he struck out his last at-bat, and as did Freesmeyer and Vincent.
They call that one just off the mark there for Logan, so 1 ball, 1 strike.
But Logan is rolling today, so he looks in, a longer look in, and fires this one, and it's at the top of the zone for ball number 2. So 2-1 to White. White started this game pitching. He now plays first base. He made a good scoop over there at the bag, and he takes ball number 3.
Well, it looks like the umpire's not being too lenient at the moment with Logan. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Logan fires this one, and it gets past Crabtree, but White's going to stay over there at first base. He's not going to risk it too much, but we have a walk to start the 5th inning.
That'll bring up Aaron Vincent. As you mentioned, he went down looking at strikes his last at bat back in the 2nd.
Let's see what Logan does here. He has to come back after starting the inning with a walk. Logan fires this one.
He got a strike on that one.
On the inside corner of the plate.
Vincent has had most of the defensive plays for the Wolves this afternoon over on that hot corner. The Bulldogs have basically been feeding them to him as much as they can.
And Logan rears back on that one, and he put something on it. I mean, that one came in hard and fast, and he gets a strike there. So that is strike number 2 to Vincent. But yeah, Vincent, he's had almost every single ball.
Yes, he has. There's been 1 or 2 out towards...
And Vincent swings at that one up in the zone, almost a defensive swing, and he strikes out again, and that makes 12 for Logan on the day.
That'll bring in Caleb Freesmeyer. He went down swinging back in the 3rd as he led off. 1 out now for the Wolves.
White gets a bigger lead over there at first base, and Freesmeyer shows bunt.
And wasn't able to pull the bat back quite quick enough, and gets a call on strike one.
So 0-1 to Freesmeyer, who had a strikeout who's at last at bat, and he swings at that one at the top of the zone, 0-2. So moving through this one pretty quickly.
Hey, I don't know whether you know this or not, but Thorne Holcomb kind of has a famous aunt.
Is it Leanne?
It's Leanne Clendenny.
Oh, she is famous.
Yes, she is.
So that means he's kind of famous?
Yeah. I mean, just by association.
By association.
We've always enjoyed when Leanne comes and talks to us about Heart Month in February.
Yes, she's very fun.
She's here at the ball game, gave us a big wave. Freesmeyer at the plate. Oh, and he looks at strike three. That was a nice change up there. Off-speed pitch there.
Off-speed from Logan, and he's had that pitch working in his favor almost all day today, and he racks up another strikeout. So that makes 13 strikeouts today.
2 outs for the Wolves here in the top of the 5th. They look back White. Everybody steps back.
So Johnson struck out his last at bat, and he swings at that one at the top of the zone for strike number 1. So making quick work here after that walk at the beginning of the inning. Logan looks in, looks back at White, rears back, and fires it in. Strike number 2.
Nice big swing in there from Johnson. It just missed its mark. I mean, if he'd have made contact, that'd have been the outfield easily.
He's just trying to catch up here. Logan looks back at White, fires this one, and it's a little bit off. Fires it back. 1-2 is our count. White still over there at first base. He walked at the beginning of the inning. Logan, off speed, right down central, and he gets him looking for strike number 3. He ends up striking out the side after that. First walk to start the inning. We are heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-0 is our score here at Wallace Memorial Park. You're listening to high school baseball action on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. HealthMart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a HealthMart town. Family Drug HealthMart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. HealthMart, caring for you and about you.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, home health and hospice in all parts.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and we have Crabtree, and it'll either be Lumley or Harrison up at the plate. We had Harrison scheduled to bat, but it looked like Lumley was in there last time, and so we didn't have that change. We'll see.
Here's what I'm thinking is Coach Ryan Griffin has kind of been playing with us all week, about having games and things like that.
Yeah.
And so he decided since we have the game today, he's still got to mess with us a little bit, so he's just going to make us...
He's keeping us on
our toes.
Yeah, so we'll see. And then Will Shepard, possibly, after that. So those are your 3 batters for the Louisiana Bulldogs. So we're at the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Louisiana Bulldogs are leading Pleasant Hill Western because they are a co-op this year, in case you missed that. Pleasant Hill and Western are a co-op this year for baseball, and so they are the Wolves this year. They lead them 6-0.
And we've got a new pitcher in for...
It's number 11, so it's a Freesmeyer. It is Kenton Freesmeyer. So that means some of our defense has probably shifted around a little bit. So it looks like Peters maybe went to shortstop again.
It does look like that. I just can't see the outfield with my old eyes because you still have McCurley at second. You've got White still at first. You've got Vincent still at third. So I just can't quite see who our outfielders are at this moment.
They're a little too far away from us. I can't even see them, but I have pretty bad eyes, so
just need my...
Yeah. But we do have a pitching change. So Kenton Freesmeyer is the new pitcher here. So.
Well, we talked about that it would, we would probably see another one here as we're just now in the bottom of the 5th. But the Bulldogs are up 6-0.
Yeah, so pretty good lead here. But the Wolves they're on their 3rd pitcher here. The Bulldogs have made pretty good work with Jack Logan. They're only on 1 pitcher today, so made it through 5 innings so far.
Well, I'm not too sure that we don't have some more changes coming from Coach Ryan Griffin.
Yeah.
Because, see the umpire over-talking.
Yeah. So it looks like number 3, so that would be Harrison.
Yep.
Is going to bat again. So that's going to be who's at the plate this time. No tricks this time, guys.
But Crabtree set to step in.
So they're doing...
The Wolves have already completed their throwing, and now they're just waiting for everybody else to catch up.
Yep.
Holcomb went out, talked to Freesmeyer a little bit. Now he's ready to head back behind the plate. Everybody's in their position. Umpire gets his mask on, and we're ready to go. Again, Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western at 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
That brings in our catcher for the Bulldogs, Gavin Crabtree. He wears number 19 and bats from the right side. Freesmeyer throws that one to him. He hits that one, and it goes out of play.
Big swing in there from Crabtree. That one goes over the fence.
His first at-bat, he had a fly ball to first base.
And then he also was hit by the pitch his last at-bat.
So not an unsuccessful day at the plate. And he swings at that one for strike number 2. So Freesmeyer making some pretty quick work, being effective out there, throwing strikes. 0-2 to Crabtree here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one's at the top of the zone for ball number 1. 1-2 is our count. No outs. It's Crabtree, then Harrison, and then Shepard. That one's also at the top of the zone for ball number 2. Thorne Holcomb had to do a little jumping for that one. He saved it, though.
I don't know that we've seen a ball get past him.
I don't think so. The only thing that's getting past him is a foul ball that he can't do anything about. Sure. And that one is a big swing from Crabtree, but Freesmeyer gets him, tied him up for strike number 3.
That steps in Ethan Harrison. He went down swinging his last at bat. Stands on the left-hand side.
So run out in the inning. And Harrison is at the plate for the Bulldogs.
Did they switch numbers on us?
Okay. All right. So their lineup shows. Okay.
Okay, so we'll blame Coach for giving us the wrong numbers.
All right, so it's Cooper Lumley.
We appreciate the fans keeping us straight.
Yes, so Cooper Lumley is batting, and he bats from the left side. And so earlier it was Ethan Harrison who had the RBI. So it looks like Cooper Lumley strikes out there. So, out number 2. So, Freesmeyer's making some pretty good work there.
And in steps Will Shepard. He's walked twice, went down swinging his last at bat.
But when he gets on the base path, he is speedy. He takes that one at the top of the zone for a ball. Pretty close.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I said that right. He's walked 3 times. And struck out his last at bat. It looks at ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Shepard showing some confidence. Oh, he hit Thorne Holcomb's glove. It was an accident. He said, sorry, man. Step back in there, and that one hits the backstop. gets past Holcomb. There wasn't much he could do on that
No,
one.
that was outside, but still it's the first one that's gotten past him here in this ball game.
Yeah. Freesmeyer kind of went away from the zone there. 3-0 to Shepard, who is selective and a hard batter to throw to. Let's see what Freesmeyer does here. And that is ball number 4, and Shepard draws yet another walk. So 2 out, and the Louisiana Bulldogs have another base runner.
And steps in Sheldon Sylvie. He has a walk, 2 hit by pitches.
And he...
just 1 hit by pitch. And then he got on with an error by Vincent last time.
He hit that ground ball, and he hit it pretty hard over there. Takes that ball in, and Freesmeyer thought it was a strike. Thorne thought it was too. But hits the ball. Sheldon thought it was a ball. He steps back in. So it's 1-0. Freesmeyer takes a look over at Shepard.
Keeps an eye on him because he knows he's going, and here it goes.
Shepard goes, and Sylvie sends this one down to left field, and Shepard is going to take third base. Let's see. This ball gets away. It's into the Louisiana Bulldogs dugout.
And so that means that everybody advances a base.
It actually hit a Louisiana Bulldog coach or player. Somebody on a bucket has been hit. It looked like it hit someone over there. So Shepard advances to home because that ball hit, it goes into the dugout, so that is an extra base because it's like out of play.
Right.
And so Shepard actually gets to score, and then Sylvie gets to score because he was already on his way to second, or not gets to score,
He
but
gets
moves
to
to third
third.
because he was already on his way to second base. So an error on that throw moves everyone. Caps almost hit by that pitch, so ball number 1. Runner at third base, it's Sheldon Sylvie over there. 7-0, Bulldogs lead the Wolves. Caps, left-handed batter. He's struggled a little bit at the plate today. Let's see what he does here off Freesmeyer. And he takes that one for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Ryan, the senior leader, and as we've mentioned, he's a standout player for the Bulldogs, and he sends this one to center field, and they make the grab for out number 3, ending the threat for another run. And so our score is now 7-0. We are headed to the top of the 6th inning. The Bulldogs lead the Wolves here at Wallace Memorial Park. You're listening to high school baseball action here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the 6th inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. Jack Logan still on the mound for the Bulldogs, and he has had a fantastic day. I think we're up to 14 strikeouts, Marianne.
Yep. I mean, I'm taking your word for it. We all know that Marianne's radio math is no good.
Yeah.
So
I'm only okay at math, so we're hoping.
Well, I'm kind of curious. Pleasant Hill's dugout coaches are having a discussion with the umpires of both of them, so I'm kind of curious what they're explaining over there, which I'm wondering if it's the advance that the players got, the runners got on that thrown ball into the dugout.
Yeah. I wonder if they're arguing about Sylvie moving, which I could possibly see. that argument, but I think that Shepard obviously had to have moved because like that ball, like that, there's no question about that one. The only question that I would see is if Sylvie
was able.
Yeah, like they could have not moved that one. Like that one would have been the one in question,
And
which obviously didn't go anywhere from there, but it's still questionable.
And they just were talking about it.
Yeah. And Logan settles in to start the 6th, and he starts it off with a strike to number 33, which is Bowman Taylor, and he struck out his last at bat. So we're rolling again here in the 6th, and Logan fires back for this one, and Taylor sends this one to shallow center field, and
Will Shepherd comes
my
up
gosh.
with the diving play there.
Wow. I didn't know who was going to get that, if it was going to be Kenny McCormick, Will Shepherd. I mean, that was a play right there.
Tell you what, he hit the ground.
He was running.
As he took off, as he took off towards that shallow center. And, whew.
Wow. What a play from Will Shepherd. Ooh, and that looked like a strike, but that is a ball to Peters.
Peters again was showing a bunt. This time he was able to pull the ball back quick enough, or pull the bat back quick enough.
And this one is sent down the left field line, and diving is Harrison, but I think that ball is foul. They're calling it foul. Okay. Nobody was chanting like get that ball in, so I was just hoping that it was foul. The big dugout roof is in my way. So Peter's staying alive.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Logan fires that one at the top of the zone, and umpire says no. 2-1.
Peters again wears number 55 on the back of his jersey for the Wolves.
He struck out his last at bat. That one, long fly ball, out of play. 2-2. So battling here to stay alive is Peters. Battling for an out here is Logan.
Peters spent some time on the mound, also over at second base.
Off speed, and that one is punched to Shepard, and he goes up for the grab on that one, and he said, I'll take that one, thank you. Out number 2.
So he has back-to-back snags for outs as we're headed into... Oh, no, that's only the second out.
That is the second out, yep.
And comes Kenton Freesmeyer.
And he was the pitcher our last inning for the Wolves. So I'm expecting him to probably be out on the mound in the bottom of the 6th. Let's see what he does here at the plate. That ball gets away from Logan, but Crabtree goes and gets it, but it's ball number 1. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western 7-0.
Freesmeyer kind of went down and made an attempt to get that one. It fouled off behind the plate. 1-1's the count.
And he gets Freesmeyer swinging on that one, and he had to be a little bit quicker. Logan sped that one up. It is 1-2. 1-2 is our count. Logan looking for another strikeout here to make it 15 on the day. And he gets it. He gets Freesmeyer looking for strikeout number 15 to end the 6th inning. It is 7-0. Louisiana still leads Pleasant Hill Western here at Wallace Memorial Park. You're listening to high school baseball action right here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc PK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercpk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle up Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-side. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your
your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports is on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, we are at the bottom of the 6th inning here at Wallace Memorial Park. It's turned out to be a pretty good day for baseball. We didn't know that we would get to play today after the rainy week that we've had.
Absolutely.
But it's turned out to be a pretty good day. A little bit of wind, which has been unfortunate, making it a little bit cooler than we'd like probably. But the field is dry, and other than that, the sun's been out, and it's been a pretty good day for baseball.
It absolutely has. And again, as always, we appreciate the school district's working with us and allowing us to be here to bring us these games, our first of hopefully many between these two ball clubs here this spring season. Of course, we don't how spring weather goes. You never really know what Mother Nature's going to bring your way. So make sure you stay tuned to Eagle 102, and we'll keep you updated as another hat blows off of McCurley out there. Oh, and
then another one off of Peters.
Yeah, so if that tells you kind of how the wind is blowing out in this area.
Yeah, you're going to need some duct tape or Velcro or something to stick to your head.
Apparently.
We are getting ready here. We are at the pretty much core of the lineup for the Bulldogs. We have Feldworth, Logan, and I believe
Brady Shepherd.
Brady Shepard due up for the Bulldogs. So a pretty good portion of their lineup that has seen some success today as the wind picks up and tries to take my stats away from us, so we may or may not be able to tell you what people are doing if Mother Nature allows us. But we're to that point of the lineup where they've been producing some runs and they've been getting on base. But this is a new pitcher, as we've mentioned. They're on their third pitcher today for the Wolves. This is Freesmeyer, and so Kenton Freesmeyer, that is, because we have two Freesmeyers. Yep. So there's Caleb Freesmeyer and then there's Kenton Freesmeyer, and Kenton Freesmeyer is on the mound. So this is his second time on the mound, so second inning on the mound. So we'll see what he does, but Feldworth has had a fantastic day at the plate, so we expect him to continue that. So we'll see what he does here.
So Feldworth has had some success. He has an RBI already. Actually, he's got two RBIs on the night.
So Feldworth, the 5-hitter for the Bulldogs. Righty wears number 15 on his back. Freesmeyer throws this one into the dirt for ball number 1. Holcomb scoops it up and throws it back like it's routine for him. Nothing's getting past Holcomb. Freesmeyer looks in a little bit longer this time and rears back, fires this one again into the dirt. Ball number 2 to Feldworth.
Really trying to hit the lower part of that zone, and then it's just dropping out on him as it nears the plate.
Not a bad spot. The lower half of the zone probably would be good for Feldworth today. Freesmeyer rears back. Tries to hit that bottom of the zone again. This one hits off of Holcomb's shin guard and goes down the first baseline. Ball number 3. So 3-0 to Feldworth. Hitters count. Coach Griffin's still sporting some sunglasses over there.
Well, the lights are on.
They are. And he's swinging 3-0.
So that one out of play down the first base line.
And Coach Griffin was like, "What did you do that for?" And he's like, "I didn't get a sign. What are you talking about? 3-0. I thought I could swing." So yeah, 3-1 now is our count. Those interactions are the best.
They are.
3-1 to Feldworth. And he steps back in, fouls that one off. It hits the top of the screen.
So it doesn't take long for it to be a full count here. It's Freesmeyer looking to get out of trouble here.
Looking to get out of trouble, that is, because Feldworth has had a successful day at the plate. He's someone you don't want on. And he gets him out on a strikeout. That ball was up in the zone, and Feldworth kind of got himself into some trouble there. So strikeout for Freesmeyer. So that is the first out of the 6th inning.
In steps Logan. He's been on base a couple times with some walks.
Trying to help himself. Takes ball 1 off the plate. A little bit up, too. He steps back in as Freesmeyer has a little bit of trouble catching that ball. Logan steps back in and waits for Freesmeyer.
Brady Shepard on deck for the Bulldogs as again they lead this one 7-0.
Logan takes ball number 2. So 2-0 to Logan. He should be selective here. Freesmeyer looking to put a strike across the plate here. 7-0 is our score. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill as Jack Logan takes ball number 3 at the top of the zone. Logan wears number 5. I wonder if he likes Albert Pujols. I know that his family is pretty big Cardinal fans, especially when he was born.
Logan stood there and looked at strike number 1 there, and I know Sir Griffin didn't say anything to him about that.
3-1. Oh, he swings at that one at the top of the zone. 3-2 now is the count.
And this is what Freesmeyer did to Sylvie just last batter. Took him to a full count and got him going down swinging.
Yeah, he did. So let's see what Logan does here. Freesmeyer looking to go back-to-back. Maybe with another strikeout here. Freesmeyer to Logan, and Logan looks at that ball. It's at the top of the zone, and he gets another walk today. He's drawn a couple of those. What is that, his third walk?
Uh-huh.
So he was selective at the plate today.
In steps Brady Shepherd.
So, runner at first base with 1 out. Brady, did he reach bases last time?
No, he hit it over to the hot corner again, over to Vincent.
He's put it in play almost every time, though, hasn't he?
Yes. And every single one has been hit to third base.
He's a swinger. So 1-0 to Shepard. Logan getting a decent lead over there at first base. Shepard takes ball number 2. Thought for sure that'd be a strike.
Must have just missed that outside corner again. We're on the third base line here at Wallace Memorial Park, so we're not behind the plate to see everything quite the same as the umpire.
2-0 to Brady Shepard. Freesmeyer throws this one, and that one is off the plate. Thorne Holcomb has to go and get it. 3-0. So that's the third batter in a row that we've went 3-0 to pretty quickly.
Yeah, but he keeps battling back.
Yes,
Freesmeyer does and takes him to a full count.
Very quickly battles right back. Let's see what he does here. Jack Logan gets a good lead over there, and he throws a strike. Yep. So 3-1. Sometimes you just have to throw 3 balls. He likes the pressure.
I think he's trying to get him to chase a little bit here. So we're in the bottom of the 6th.
3-1 to Brady Shepard. Jack Logan over at first base. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western 7-0. That ball hit him, is what they're saying. So they're sending Shepard down to first base. Ball 4 either way. Looked like it maybe skimmed his helmet. I didn't hear anything, but I also have wind and headphones and all of that good stuff. And I'm also not the greatest of hearing. So
Tell you what, we've got a visit to the mound. Let's take a quick break. Right now the Bulldogs lead the Wolves 7-0. You're listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ink Therapy and Body Piercing, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and PJ Salon.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cake, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, Kenny McCormick is at the plate for the Louisiana Bulldogs, and he's just fouled one off, and it hit the top of the screen. We have runners at first and second base with only one out here in the the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-0, Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western, the Wolves. So a little bit of a Missouri-Illinois matchup, a battle of the Twin Pike counties.
McCormick looks at strike number 2 as he kind of bent his knees a little bit and went down. I'm not too sure if he wasn't standing up straight. That might have got out, or just below the ump. See, Jack Logan's doing a little stretching out there, trying to stay warm.
He's trying to go back out there for inning number 7.
Trying to close this one out?
Yes, he is. And McCormick sends this one up the middle, and that's off McCurley's face, it looked like, and so everyone is safe. So that ball hit off the lip. McCormick hit that ball hard, and it looked like, let me think. Let's see here. McCurley had to go to his left. I always have to think they're flipped from me. So McCurley had to go to his left. It hit off the lip, and then it came up, ran up his arm, hit up on his face, and so he could not actually throw to the bag in time before McCormick was there. Everyone is safe. So bases are loaded here with only one out.
For Crabtree.
No, it looks like we've got
we do have it.
We have a pinch hitter. So in for
is Fisher.
So a tall lefty in for Crabtree. McCormick has a very big lead over at first base, which he has every opportunity to. There's runners at second and third, and if he gets off, somebody else can score, and that's exactly what they want. As the wind picks up and chills us.
Yes, Mother Nature needs to calm a roll here.
Yeah. Getting chilly out here.
The sun has set.
Yes. Fisher takes that one for a ball on the outside corner, so 2-0 to Fisher. There's nowhere to put him, so Freesmeyer has to be a little bit careful here if he wants to go 3-0 like he has previously. Fisher steps in and he hits this one, and it's in the air. Will it stay in fair territory? And it does, and it gets down, and Jack Logan is going to go in, and it's going to be an easy out at third base. No one really knew what to do, if it was going to stay in or out. Mother Nature had some help with that one, so the wind was pushing that ball in and didn't know if it was going to stay in fair territory or not. Didn't even know if it was going to stay in territory.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to go over the fence. But that ball dropped in, and it was an easy tag out at third base. But a run did cross the plate, so it is now 8-0 Bulldogs as Cooper Lumley steps up to the plate. So runners at first and second base, 8-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Cooper takes that one for a strike on the outside corner of the plate. Cooper, a left-handed batter, so we have a couple of lefties.
Yeah, we do.
So that's the third left-handed batter today? Yeah.
Something like that, third or fourth, because I know Pleasant Hill Western has 1 or 2.
Yep. So that's 3 for Louisiana, that's 3 batters for Louisiana that are left-handed. So runners get to second and third base because the ball gets past Holcomb. Freesmeyer has a wild pitch. That's not Thorne's fault, but Freesmeyer with the wild pitch there. And Lumley has an opportunity to end this game with bringing in these 2 runs. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. So 1-1 is our count. Excuse me, 1-2 is our count. Cooper Lumley at the plate. Freesmeyer on the mound for the Wolves. This one is in the dirt. Almost. Runners at second and third for the Bulldogs. Two and 2 to Lumley. Freesmeyer takes a look and fires. This one in the dirt as well. Now 3 and 2. If Lumley reaches, that brings up Will Shepard would be back to the top of the lineup. Freesmeyer with a long look in. Trying not to extend this inning. He's trying to get his team in to try to put some runs on the board. And this one is ball 4. Lumley reaches first base. And Shepard has a chance to end this game now for his team by driving in 2 runs with a shot to the outfield. If you look in the Bulldogs dugout, everyone has sweatshirts and coats on. Yeah. I think Jack Logan has the biggest puffer coat on. He's trying to keep his arm warm, as he should. And Kenny McCormick trying to make some noise over there at third base, doing some odd shuffle. As Shepard takes ball number 1. Nowhere to put him. He's walked quite a bit today. Has an opportunity to possibly walk again because he's easily walked. But Shepard is at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. 8-0 is our score, and he takes ball number 2.
That one's a little bit on the inside as he had to back up a little bit to avoid getting hit. I'm venturing with as cool as it is now, that would hurt.
Yes. Bases are loaded. 8-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball number 3. And that one gets
all the way to the backstop, but all the runners hold.
It hit off the backstop pretty hard.
Yeah, it did.
It came pretty well. I think it probably could have came right back to Freesmeyer if they would have let it just roll enough. But 3-0, nowhere to put him. Let's see what Freesmeyer does here. Shepard, selective at the plate. And he takes strike number 1, 3-1. Shepard looking for a hit or just to get on base. 8-0. Louisiana leads Pleasant Hill Western. And ball number 4. So McCormick will touch home, making our score 9-0. Bases are still juiced for Sheldon Sylvie.
Well, my little scoreboard here kind of screwed up.
And Thorne Holcomb runs out to talk to Freesmeyer. And we're quickly back to the at-bat. Sylvie steps to the plate. And he can end this one pretty quickly. And it looks like somebody else is warming up in the bullpen. Which, is there a JV game out
there? Is a JV game.
Maybe that's what it's for. I was like, well, there's really not much we can do now. Ball at the bottom of the zone for ball number 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Louisiana still leads this one 9-0. If you're just now joining us.
I know our scoreboard, if you're looking online, says it's 9-1, but unfortunately our scoreboard's made an error here, and it's not letting me correct it at the moment.
Sylvie saws that one off, and it goes right down to Ryan Capps, and he picks it up and throws it to Freesmeyer. 1-1. Sylvie looking to do something here. So Freesmeyer's had a little bit of trouble with some walks. Bases are loaded here. That one at the top of the zone for a strike. 1-2 to Sylvie with 2 outs here. So an out sends us to the top of the 7th, and a run ends this game. Let's see what Sylvie does here. Freesmeyer with another long look in. Freesmeyer to Sylvie, and he hits him.
And that's going to score a run for the Bulldogs, and that should be the game.
And that makes it 10-0, and that is ball game.
That's it.
And
all
that is
right.
ball game.
We will take a break. We'll be back with your post-game show with some stats from this one as the Bulldogs beat the Wolves 10-0 here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, Meyer Implement Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Lacrosse Lumber Company in Louisiana is your one-stop shop for all things handy, including building materials, paint, windows, doors, electrical supplies, hardware items, and more. From home construction to DIY projects to home renovations, Lacrosse Lumber Company in Louisiana offers a wide variety of products and services sure to meet your residential and commercial needs. Stop in today and mention Bulldog Athletics for 15% off your purchase. Visit Lacrosse Lumber in Louisiana, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Go where the herd goes with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling, all backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Herd cattle, mend fences, and get every job done right with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green and Monroe City. We appreciate your business.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Well, it was a good one here at Wallace Memorial Park in Louisiana. The Louisiana Bulldogs, they got the win here over the Pleasant Hill Western. It's a co-op in case you guys missed that. Pleasant Hill Western Wolves, 10-0. They got that win here in the 6th inning. So 6th inning, it was kind of a short game, but it was a good win for the Bulldogs. It was a team win, but Jack Logan is really the story of this game. Jack, he had 15 strikeouts from the mound. He was one walk away from a perfect game, but he did have that no-hitter today. So Jack is truly the story, and he kind of held that team to nothing today. So he did great from the mound.
You know, the Bulldogs came out. They did a really great job getting on the base, and then it took them a couple innings to kind of sort of start going, getting their groove going, and they finally were able to bring some runs around. And once they started, they just took advantage. I think, 5-0 for quite a while, and then they kept piling it on and really took advantage of the pitching changes. And really, Freesmeyer came in for the Wolves and did a nice job of continuing the pitches when you get down, 3 balls.
It was the change of speed that was really good. From Freesmeyer, and he was able to battle back whenever, it was 3-0, and he was always constantly coming back, which, he was able to get some strikeouts even after going 3-0. He was firing a fastball and then coming back, and so having that availability to continuously do that in that fight, that showed something, especially for the Wolves and that team.
So I look for the Wolves to continue improving as the season goes along. Louisiana picks up their second win, and they will face a tough Bowling Green squad tomorrow, who will be looking for their first game period.
Yes.
So trying to get a win, another conference win, and Louisiana looking to stay perfect on the season.
Yes, so Louisiana and Bowling Green are set to play tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning at Bowling Green High School. So Bowling Green, it'll be their first game of the season. They're looking for their first win. Louisiana looking to remain perfect. So we will keep you updated on those scores as they progress throughout the weekend.
That's right. You can always keep up to date by visiting the scoreboard page at KJFMradio.com. Again, from Louisiana, Wallace Memorial Park, the Louisiana Bulldogs pick up the win over the Pleasant Hill Western Wolves by the score of 10-0. For Maddie Ingram, I'm Marion Everhart. You've been listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. With studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green, this is